What's good, my people? Welcome back to EMGM Sports. It's me, your boy Enzo. I hope everyone is doing well. Now, before I get started, if you want to support the channel, you know what to do. Like the video, drop a comment, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel because that's the only way you're going to help us to grow. But anyways, let's get into this. Lawrence Okolie has finally moved up to the heavyweight division, and you know what? I'm still not a fan. I'm gonna be honest. I'm still not a fan. I'm still not convinced. I mean, he's turned up at 260 pounds. My God. What the hell what's that about? Like he looked like a Michelin man. Do you know what I mean? Oh man, it's crazy, man. That weight gain is absolutely ludicrous. That's madness what he did. But Lawrence Okolie looked like, yeah, he just went around all the kebab shops in London and ordered the whole menu, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That's how it looks like. He's taking weight gain to another level, bro. Like he look crazy. He look crazy out there on the scales, man. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. Like I'll listen. I'll be straight out. You know me. I keep it real. I've never been the biggest fan of Okolie. Do you know what I mean? Like even when he was a cruiserweight, I just find him to be a boring fighter. Loves to hug, loves to hold, slows the fight down. Do you know what? I was actually pleased when Chris Billum Smith beat him. Do you know what I mean? Knocked him down 3 times and won a majority decision. For me, that was like that had to happen to Lawrence Okolie because he was just boring me to death with some of his fights, man. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't anticipate this type of move to heavyweight, yeah, with that kind of weight gain. That is crazy. And in this fight, in his heavyweight debut against what? Hussein Muhamed, yeah, I'm still not convinced. It just didn't look good. Do you know what I mean? Sluggish punches, like wild punches and all that. Yeah, he knocked out. He won by TKO against Hussein Muhammad. But let's be real. Who the hell is Hussein Muhammad? Who is Hussein Muhammad? Do you know what I mean? Lawrence Okolie is now calling out Gile Zhang, Kabayao, like he wants to go against the winner of that. Listen, mate. You still have to prove yourself in the heavyweight division. Like, I don't know who gives these guys these opportunities, bro. Do you know what I mean? Martin Bakole has been sitting on a bench for all this time, yeah. No one wants to give him the opportunity to fight. But Lawrence Okolie looks like he's probably going to get the next fight is going to be a big one for him. Do you know what I mean? And listen, shout out to Okolie as well because it's not his fault. He's got a good team around him. Do you know what I mean? Because they get him the big fights. Lawrence Okolie's got a great team around him. Who's he with now? He's with Frank Warren, right? But like Gile Jean Cabayao, they'll smoke Lawrence Okolie. I'm gonna be real. Like if he continues at that weight, 260, he's gonna get smoked because he just doesn't look right. Do you know what I mean? His frame, his body frame is not suited to that weight, 260. That is crazy and ludicrous. Like I said, like even the likes of Alexander Usyk didn't do it that when he came up from cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? It has to be like a measured, a well-disciplined weight gain. Do you know what I mean? Let your body kind of grow into that division. Don't rush it. Do not rush it because he's all right. He's rushed it. He's looking all crazy, Michelin man, and that because he's in there against Hussein Muhammad, yeah, who really, we don't know, is a cab driver, whatever he is, yeah. I don't know where they pulled this guy from, yeah. He can afford like those type of weight gains against him, against that caliber of opponent. Yeah, but trust me, if he goes in there against a Gile Zhang, Kabayao, Dillian White, Moses Itoma, do you know what I mean? What's his name? Fabio Wardley. If he goes in there against those guys, hey, that weight, he's gonna get sparked out. Sparked out. I'm being real. He's gonna get sparked the hell out. Yeah, because trust me, with that kind of weight gain, yeah, his body's not used to that, yeah. After the third, fourth round, he's gonna gas. He's gonna absolutely gas. Do you know what I mean? And he's not like Lawrence Okolie's like a very gifted technical fighter. He's not. Do you know what I mean? He's not. He's got great advantages when it comes to height and reach, and he used that a lot in the cruiserweight division. Do you know what I mean? To bore us to death in his victories. Do you know what I mean? But in the heavyweight division, everyone's going to be as big as him. He's not going to have all those advantages in the heavyweight division. And because technically I don't rate him anyway, I'm just being real here. I don't rate him technically. I don't think he's better than Moses Atoma, Fabio Wardley, and all them, man. Just to name, these are the guys like at the right now. They're not even top. Are they top 10? They're not even in the top 6 ranked and all that. Do you know what I mean? So, and I reckon they'll smoke him. They'll smoke him. I don't think Lawrence Okolie has a great chin. Do you know what I mean? We saw him when Chris Billum Smith was touching that chin. He dropped him a couple of times. And Chris Billum Smith is not even elite. I don't even rate Chris Billum Smith as like a world-class fighter. He was just beating these B-level British fighters, man. We saw him in his last fight. We saw what happened against the Mexican guy. And the Mexican guy is not even all that. Do you know what I mean? So it just shows you the level these guys are operating at, man. These guys are not elite, man. Do you know what I mean? So Lawrence Okolie definitely has to work on that weight, man. Listen, you gotta drop some of that weight. You can't carry that weight, that kind of weight, against the top fighters, man, because you're gonna gas out and you're gonna get knocked out. You won't be able to sustain the level of performance at the later rounds, carrying all that weight, all that junk, my bro. Do you know what I mean? I don't know who's advising him, who fed him all that food. But listen, you need to get a new nutritionist to look after your diet, mate, to like proper give you a decent meal plan that you can follow, yeah? So your body can gradually grow into the weight. Like that type of excessive weight, your body's not used to carrying that. Do you know what I mean? You're not a Tyson Fury who's used to that type of weight. Do you know what I mean? You're not a Gerald Baby Miller, who we all know who's a lump. He comes in big, but Gerald Miller has always been a lump. He's always been a big dude. So his body's is used to that weight, carrying that weight. Lawrence Okolie, man, you're taking a big risk here. Do you know what I mean? And you want the likes of Gile Jean, Kabayao, and you know what? Because you're with Frank Warren, your wish might just be granted. You know what I mean? You might just get that fight. I don't think you deserve it. I feel like there's other fighters in that top 15 in the heavyweight division that deserve those type of big fights. But because he's Lawrence Okolie, he's got kind of like a big name. He's known in the UK. He's with Frank Warren. Frank Warren's the main guy right now. He's pulling all the shots and all that, yeah? So he's probably going to get his wish, isn't it, Lawrence Okolie? But I don't think he can beat these guys. Do you know what I mean? I think he's going to get knocked out, you know? But listen, I'm the type of guy, I love to be proven wrong. If Lawrence Okolie goes out there and kind of becomes technically better overnight, do you know what I mean? Because all I saw him just sticking the jab there, right hand, mate, it's not going to work, man. It's not going to work against the top guys, you know? And he was bouncing on his feet, trying to be like a Tyson Fury, but his body, man, all that bouncing and carrying all that big belly like that, mate, after the 4th round, you're gonna be gassing for air, bro. Breathing out your ass. I'm telling you right now, do you know what I mean? So go back to the drawing board. You need to cut that weight. Do you know what I mean? Get a bit more leaner. Be a bit more disciplined, you know what I mean? Just because you're in heavyweight doesn't mean you have to go out there and eat all the Burger King, the KFC, the Big Macs and all that. Just pull on silly weight, do you know what I mean? It doesn't work that way. Alexander Usyk never done it that way. David Haye, who also came from the cruiserweight division, didn't do it that way. Do you know what I mean? Evander Holyfield, these man done it a disciplined way. They still looked lean. In fact, they used that leanness, that speed that they carry from the cruiserweight division to give the heavyweight problems. Do you know what I mean? Look at Alexander Usyk, like came from the cruiserweight division. He's giving all these big guys problems because of his speed, his footwork. Yeah, Lawrence Okolie, you're putting on all this weight. You're going to slow yourself down, which makes you an easier target for these big guys to just land that big hand and spark you the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'm being real. Do you know what I mean? I'm being real. I'm not a hater. I'm just being real. Do you know what I mean? And I don't even have a problem with Lawrence Okolie personally, on a personal level. I don't know the geezer. But from a boxing point of view, listen, man, the heavyweight division, it might not be for him. He might have to go back down and have that Chris Billum Smith rematch, a cruiserweight. Do you know what I mean? Like, didn't he go to bridgerweight, whatever that thing's called? Do you know what I mean? I feel like instead of going to bridgerweight straight from the cruiserweight, he should have took his time, took a little bit of his time, yeah, use all that time to grow his body into the heavyweight division. But he didn't. He went to the bridgerweight for a division that is made up division, nonsense. Nobody cares about it. When they won a belt that anyone can gain from a, you know what I mean? Anyone can get that belt from buying a McDonald's Happy Meal. Do you know what I mean? That's the same value that Bridgerweight belt has. No one respects it. Now he's clocked that in the bridgerweight, there is no fights out there that anybody cares about, the fans care about. He's come straight back, jumped into the heavyweight division, looking like the Michelin man, yeah, which will backfire if he carries on at that type of weight because his frame, his body was not designed to carry that weight. We can clearly see it. He doesn't look right. At 31 years of age, yeah, he's only 31, Lawrence Okolie. He's looking like some, I don't know, some dad who's had 20 kids and that. Do you know what I mean? Just been chilling on the sofa drinking beer. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? No disrespect to the dads that sit on the sofa drink beer. Do you know what I mean? Respect to you, man. But yeah, he's a box. He shouldn't be carrying that weight. But do you know what I mean? He shouldn't. And if he meets like a Fabio Wardley, Moses Itoma, Kabayao, Gile Zhang, Dillian White, all these guys that he wants to fight with, I reckon all the man beat him. All these guys beat him. They'll knock him out, do you know? But Okolie, in fairness to him, he does have power. Let's be fair here. He does carry power, but then we can't really judge him too much here. We don't really know where he's at, you know, where he stands in the heavyweight division because he beat Hussein Muhamed, who's like a cab driver. Nobody knows about him. He was tailor-made for Lawrence Okolie to go in there and just spark him out. Do you know what I mean? Even sparking him out, Lawrence Okolie still looks a bit ragged, a bit wild and all that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not convinced. You let me know what you think in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation. Do you know what I mean? Where does Okolie go from here? Who do you want to see him with in there? Dillian White, Moses Itoma, Fabio Wardley. I think those are the kind of exciting fights that he can take on. But I still think like all of them beat him anyway. But you let me know in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Do you know what I mean? I'm off now. It's Sunday. I'm going to go enjoy myself. I'm going to go to the gym, do my thing. Do you know what I mean? But don't worry. I'll be back real soon with another one. Until then, stay blessed. I'll see you again, man. Peace.